The Aegean Sea lay before them, a vast mirror of shifting blues and silvers, rippling under the crisp morning light. The ferry hummed steadily, cutting through the waters, carrying them toward Crete, toward something unnamed, yet inevitable. Setareh and Elsa sat on deck, their hands curled around steaming cups of coffee, the scent wafting into the sea breeze. Between them, layers of unspoken thoughts pressed against the space like waves building in the distance. The golden crackle of baklava between their fingers was the only sound for a moment, until Elsa finally spoke. "I've been trying to make sense of what we saw." Setareh nodded. "Me too. It wasn't just a vision." They both knew. The orbs had left an imprint, something deeper than memory, deeper than thought. Elsa hesitated, swallowing against the lump rising in her throat. "There's something else," she admitted. Setareh watched her carefully. "What?" Elsa's fingers tightened around her mug. "Last night, I dreamt of my parents." Setareh's breath stilled. Elsa continued, her voice delicate, raw. "It was so real. It was like they were waiting for me in this golden light, desert sand, Mediterranean sun. And I hugged them, one by one. Long hugs, ones you never want to end." Her voice trembled, thick with unresolved grief. Setareh reached across the table, squeezing Elsa's hand. "That's beautiful, Elsa," Setareh responded gently. "And how do you feel now about your parents? I mean, after the hugs?" Elsa's eyes flickered toward the horizon. I don't know. I'm trying not to feel empty. But sometimes the waves of grief crash over me, and I start blaming myself." Her voice drifted, swallowed by the rush of wind over the deck. Setareh sat quietly, letting the words settle, letting Elsa exist in the silence she needed. Then, slowly, she reached into her pocket and revealed a sleek, polished device. "I think I have something that might help." A hologram emitter sat between them, smooth as moonstone, gleaming under the morning sun. "It's an application called Ask Your Heart," Setareh explained. "A gift from my father's associate. It taps into your intuition, your inner wisdom, things we don't always let ourselves hear. I can't fully explain it, but after using it, one gets a sense that it somehow understands you better than you understand yourself." Elsa hesitated. Her world had always been one of logic and empirical data, of scientific rigor and evidence-based conclusions. And yet, she had seen the orbs. She had felt something shift within her. "All right," she replied, curiosity outweighing skepticism. Setareh smiled, cradling the device in her palm. "The first step is simple. What's the burning question you wish to put to your higher self?" Elsa hesitated, thinking carefully. Setareh waited, wanting to give Elsa space to think about the question, knowing that formulating the question was an important first step in the healing process. "Okay, well, yes," Elsa said, her curiosity piqued. "What you said, something related to missing my parents." "Close your eyes," Setareh instructed softly. "Let your intuition guide you to a number, 1 through 7. Elsa hesitated. She felt a tingling pulse, a shift inside her. Then she felt it. 3. Setareh glanced at the device, then back at Elsa. The numbers are randomized. In this case, 3 corresponds to your root chakra, she explained. This energy center is about deep love for yourself and others. It's the source of forgiveness, self-acceptance, and the connection between your survival instincts and personal identity. Crucially for you right now, it embodies appreciation for life's rich tapestry of experiences. Elsa listened, emotions stirring beneath the surface, rising like ocean tides. Interesting, she admitted cautiously. Let's go deeper, Setareh encouraged. Choose a number between 1 and 14. Elsa paused. 9. Setareh scanned the device reading. Her eyes flickered with understanding. This speaks of disconnection, she interpreted. Alienation, even a dissatisfaction with your physical form. Does this resonate? Elsa was startled by how deeply the statement hit. Yes, she admitted. I felt distant from my parents, not just physically, but emotionally. And my body, my mother and I dieted together constantly. It was our ritual, our shared struggle. Setareh's expression softened. Could the dieting have been less about appearance and more about maintaining a connection to her? Elsa's throat tightened, emotion pressing. I mean, maybe, she whispered. Our phone calls always revolved around food. That thought makes me sad. Setareh let the weight of those words settle. This app helps us see our subconscious patterns, she said gently. Once we recognize them, we can shift our perspective, find healing. Elsa nodded slowly. Let's do one more. Let your heart show you a number between 1 and 17. Elsa closed her eyes and took a deep breath. 12. Setareh's eyes brightened. This is powerful, she asserted. Your higher consciousness reveals you play a vital role in the planet's vitality and health. How does that feel? Elsa breathed again. Wow. She swallowed, her eyes widening. That's why I'm here. That's why I started this journey, to understand exactly that. The session always ends with listening to a code, Setareh explained. They're called quantum healing codes. They are frequencies designed to harmonize your chakras, correcting imbalances stemming from negative thoughts and feelings. Elsa looked slightly apprehensive. Okay, sounds weird. What do I do? Setareh smiled. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just relax, close your eyes, and listen to the code while repeating to yourself, I play an essential role in the life and health of this planet. She pressed play. The sound emerged, a delicate yet profound frequency, almost imperceptible at first, then growing, weaving into Elsa's mind, pressing against something buried deep within her. Elsa gasped. Wait, this sound. Her heart pounded. I heard this before. One of the spheres, it emitted something similar. Her voice trembled, filled with wonder, fear, and recognition. Setareh stilled, a chill running down her spine. Could they have known? The question hung between them, too immense to answer, too enormous to grasp. Elsa's pulse thundered, and then doubt, fear. The antagonistic voice crept in, whispering, feeding the darkness. What if I fail? What if this role is too much for me? What if this entire experience is just another mistake, another self-deception I'll regret forever? The weight of the world pressed against her, suffocating in its enormity. Setareh sat quietly, giving Elsa a moment of contemplation after her session. The Aegean wind had shifted, no longer just a breeze, but something conscious, something watching. It whispered against the ferry's metal hull, weaving through the spaces between Setareh and Elsa, pressing lightly against their skin, as if testing their resolve. Setareh reached forward, squeezing Elsa's hand. "You're not alone." And in that moment, Elsa breathed again. But the atmosphere was different now, charged, waiting. Something had changed. Setareh sat in quiet contemplation, allowing Elsa's thoughts to settle in the wake of the Ask Your Heart session. When Elsa finally spoke, her voice carried a thread of unease. "One thing bothers me. Is this application somehow linked to artificial intelligence? How did it pinpoint—" Setareh interrupted, shaking her head. "I'm no tech expert, but I believe the program works because of randomness. Our subconscious recognizes which numbers we need, even if our conscious mind doesn't. Does that make sense?" Elsa frowned, leaning forward. "Not really, but I read somewhere that an AI programmer once admitted that at some point they no longer knew how AI worked. He said we didn't create artificial intelligence. We discovered it." She paused, staring out at the horizon. "It's frightening, but maybe you're right. Maybe all knowledge already exists. Maybe we just need to learn how to access it." Setareh shivered. "That's exactly what's haunted me since the orbs appeared," she admitted, voice hushed. "It felt like I tapped into something vast, something hidden, but I can't articulate it." Elsa turned to her, her gaze sharpened by the same unspoken understanding. "Me too. I have this strong feeling we were meant to be here at this exact moment, together."